Fighting child trafficking in Ohio, 2 new pilot programs just rolled out by the governor's office aimed to help children most at risk, including runaways.
That's right. And Cuyahoga County will be one of 3 counties that are taking part in this. Investigator Sarah Goldenberg spoke one-on-one with the director of the Ohio Department of Public Safety to learn more.
From cities to small towns, human trafficking happens here in Northeast Ohio. And children can quickly become victims.
And it's real. The issue is real. They end up with somebody who grooms them, somebody who takes advantages of them, and somebody who sells them.
Ohio Department of Public Safety Director Andy Wilson calls human trafficking a terrible epidemic in our state and across the country.
What kind of problem is it when it comes to children and human trafficking in Ohio?
Yeah, so we know that kids who end up in the system, kids who come from broken homes, kids who are habitually runaways, that those kids are more at risk to being trafficked.
A pilot program just announced days ago by Governor Mike DeWine will send caseworkers with anti-human trafficking expertise into 3 public children's service agencies here in Cuyahoga County and Hamilton and Montgomery counties.
That person will be a resource that can handle potential human trafficking cases, that can screen children for the potential of human trafficking, and will be, again, a go-to kind of consultant for all of the other social workers and all of the other partner entities that are working with kids who may be subject or at risk for trafficking. So it really is, it is a great asset or a great resource.
The second initiative focuses on runaways. The goal, to intervene early before missing children can become victims of human trafficking. Social workers will work hand in hand with police, responding first in cases where children repeatedly run away, often from foster care or group homes. They'll screen kids and teens for human trafficking and offer other services for trauma.
They look at getting at the root cause of why that kid is running away, and they're really trying to intervene and prevent that kid from continually leaving a placement. So in doing that, it also takes the pressure off the law enforcement, who are typically your first responders there.
The pilot is modeled after Denver's RONI project, which stands for Runaway Outreach Notification and Intervention. Wilson says it saved more than 6,000 hours of police response time in Colorado, giving officers more time to investigate missing persons cases where foul play is expected. In Ohio, the program will start in Montgomery County, home to Dayton, which has the highest number of kids per capita placed in group homes. Both initiatives trying to protect the most vulnerable kids from becoming victims.
And we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can as a state to protect kids against becoming victims of human trafficking.
The governor says human trafficking is underreported, and he hopes these pilot programs will identify more child victims and help them recover. Sarah Goldenberg, 19 News.
Okay, Sarah, thank you. The Ohio Human Trafficking Task Force dashboard shows there have been nearly 2,400 human trafficking survivors of all ages identified in Ohio since 2021. The 2 pilot programs will cost just under $1 million and will be funded by Ohio's Office of Criminal Justice Services, with the Department of Children and Youth helping to pay for the 2-year RONI project.
Now your